You're locked in with Atlanta's hottest hip hop station. The Hype 87.3.
Holla! It's your girl TampaMystic, and we are live right here in ATL on the Hype 87.3. And today, Ricky B in the building. What's going on? How you doing?
I'm doing good. It's good to be here.
Good to be here too. We've been conversing online. You know, the level of professionalism and the courtesy that you extend is beautiful. So shout out to you.
Thank you.
100%. So we're going to dive right in. You grew up in Nicholson and you now live in Athens.
Yeah.
And I mentioned Athens because Tony B was here from Athens. Most definitely. Where's Nicholson at?
Now, like Nicholson, well, first, like, I say I grew up in Nicholson because that was like the better part of my growing experience, especially with like the right family. But yeah, remember the question again?
Yeah, so where is Nicholson at? Where is that?
Nicholson's only maybe 20 minutes from Athens.
Oh, okay, got you.
Everything's close. It's all right on 441.
Understood.
Yeah.
So for people who don't know, Athens is north of Atlanta. It's maybe an hour-ish away, something like that. It's a nice city, though.
Far.
Yeah, absolutely. So you've been writing and recording for over 15 years. That's a long time. What's kept you going during the times maybe when momentum slows down a little bit?
Well, I wrote pretty heavily, honestly. I wrote a lot of hip hop, ever since I got out of high school. So pretty much I got to that point to where I was writing so much, and I'm like, okay, this is all good. I dig this. It can age well, but the problem was I was like, I got to go out there and live. I'm speaking these truths. I got to go out and live. I'm in my early 20s and stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't go to no college or nothing like that. I went right to the mic. That was my education, you know?
Yeah.
And, there was a time I did that for 10 years, and a couple of close people passed away, and unfortunately, that kind of slowed me down a little.
Yeah.
But then I remember my buddy Afro Kenobi. He was really into battle rap, still is, and whatnot. Got professional with it.
Okay.
And then he was talking about he wanted to get people involved and whatnot. And I thought, well, what if I could do something kind of like that, but not battle rap? And then he put me on to Def Jam poetry. And then all of a sudden, I started writing spoken word.
Yeah, I was about to say spoken word kind of fits in that lane.
Yeah. And all of a sudden, it's 4 years later, and I got 2 unpublished books and stuff I got to work on.
Okay,
so,
that is dope.
So it was completely unintentional. I was just well, let me just try this out.
So you've got over 50 songs recorded.
I do, yeah.
You got a lot of music. How do you decide which records actually are coming out? Do all of them eventually make it out of there, or do you feel like there's some that's going to stay in the vault because they're just personal for you?
Well, the thing is, I've actually I'm like a workaholic when it comes to my music. I've been treating it like it was $1 million job ever since I got out of high school.
Got to, because it is essentially your job.
It is. It became so much a part of me, and so honestly, I really everything I have is put out. If it's not put out, it's because nowadays I slow down and I want to give more of a visual. I used to be so quick with it and stuff like that.
No, that makes sense because
I got smarter with my marketing because you gotta get with the algorithm.
Yeah,
and there's so many different exponents you got to get.
We're in a visual era.
We are.
So it's you can have just one song, but you could have 500 pieces of content for that one song.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So
I've seen artists blow up like that.
Exactly.
That's what my algorithm looks like. Is people just like that Big Man Blastaway song that. How many times I heard that, all the different things for it,
and it can take time.
Yeah.
Me and Tony B were just
people
talking
don't think about that though.
Right, there's
that's where people quit,
Yeah, there's people going viral now for a song they put out 5 years ago, 10 years ago.
Yeah, because
TikTok be picking it up and it goes viral.
I discovered a lot of great music that was 10 years old, especially in the indie, the indie genre.
Yeah, on TikTok.
Well, and 24, because TikTok pretty much just sends it out to every other platform at this point.
Right, absolutely. So if someone listens to your music and maybe don't understand you as an artist? What do you think that they're missing?
I'll be honest. I've always kind of been like, I don't know how to say this, or what's the best way to put this. I've always kind of said what was to the point in a sometimes difficult to think about way, like very real, because I got like hit hard with life early on. Yeah. So I got to learn to put a lot of like pressure and meaning behind my words and whatnot.
Got you.
So, sorry, what was the question?
Someone listens to your music and doesn't quite understand you. What do you feel like they're missing that they're not understanding you?
I would say, I guess sometimes it takes a lot of like self-discipline and like inner work to go through a lot of things and challenges and whatnot. And in my music, I try to like, some of it, like for the longest time, my music was just like me going through my own shit pretty much. Yeah. And now it's kind of, it's kind of changing and whatnot, but it's just about getting that, doing that inner work, that growth that you have to have, that's inevitable no matter what.
Absolutely.
And I feel like that's just the direction I keep going in some way.
Makes sense though. So
but it's hard to hear.
Do you think that the music industry like rewards authenticity anymore, or do you feel like it's about what's marketable at this point?
I think it could be a mixture of both. And the reason why I say I think it's both is because obviously, like, I don't think it takes like the most marketable person in the world to see like, oh, this looks good, or this sounds good, or this is getting this traction here to get what sells. I would say that there's people that want that. Yeah. And you can use that to a healthy level and stuff. People do it all the time. But I would say it's honestly leaning more towards, I think I saw this reel, and it was like, we are the new mainstream. Because, like, everything real, and, like, you can find anything, like, whether it's, like, right up the road or it's, like, 500 miles away. and so I think there's a lot of reward in that. And it's like you said, TikTok platforms are blowing up. So, like, the way people are touring and getting traction now, like, back in the day, it would have been different. You had to get on labels and stuff like that. Right. So I guess it just depends on, I guess, the route you want to go with it. Like,
no, absolutely, because everybody's journey is different. Yeah. Not everybody wants the same thing, and that's okay. It's what works for that person. You might have big admirations to go here, and some people are okay with being here, and that's cool. That's their journey. So most definitely. So let's talk about the song called The Plot Twist. All right. What's the meaning behind the song for you when you wrote it?
When I wrote The Plot Twist, and not to say too much about the upcoming album that's dropping on the 1st, but that was like the second song that I had really got in the studio and recorded. And the plot twist was, so we all have these comeback seasons in our life where we take enough L's, we keep falling, but we get back up and we say, okay, now it's going to get better. And we build that belief. So, like, the plot twist is, in a synopsis, it's just that moment where you're just like, oh, this is when it starts to happen. Like, you just get that feeling, like when you're watching the movies and the shows, and then, like, the main character realizes, oh, wait, I'm the main character. And it's like, that's what it feels. That's what the plot twist is about.
Got you.
It's just that affirmative belief in the direction you go from there.
So the EP, The Ballad of Casanova Gatsby, has a cinematic title to me. What's the concept behind the project? Is this the one that's coming up?
That's actually the most recent one, okay. 2022.
Oh, okay.
So it's been like 4 years. I took some time off and did a lot of spoken word at that point.
Yeah, you did speak on that. Okay. Yeah. So that's the project, the most recent one that came out. You said you've got another one coming up?
Yeah.
The one that's coming up, what's the title?
It's called The Art of Becoming.
The Art of Becoming. Okay. How long has this one been in the works?
I originally wanted to do it in like 2022, but I did Becoming Everything. That was my first EP in 2020. And then I went on to do like 2 more albums after that, like 2 like straight up albums. But I thought there was like a creative story to it. And this is all on Echo Base Records where it's going to drop exclusive. But for the most part, though, I know that, oh man, I keep getting lost in the moment.
So the project that's coming up, you said it's been in the works for a while. How many songs are going to be on it?
Just 8.
Just 8, okay. And what's the official release date? Do you have that in place already?
February 1st.
So February 1st. So we can anticipate February 1st. Yeah. Okay. Do you approach projects differently now on the creative side than you did when you first started doing music?
I definitely do. I take more time. Like, because it used to be like, I wouldn't take the time to get into the process. I would be like, okay, I have like $300. Let me get a couple of beats, you know?
Yeah.
That way I can, you know, just use them for like streaming, stuff like that. Something to put out there, you know, something to have fun with, perform with.
Yeah.
And yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Most definitely. So you've hosted some hip hop shows.
I have, yeah.
Okay. What's something that artists don't realize about performing live when they actually get on stage? Because there's artists out here who don't want to perform, or maybe they're just doing it for the first time. Like, what is something that maybe they could prep themselves for getting on that stage and performing?
So, and this is just my opinion on it.
Yeah.
You got to have a process and a connection with your art. Like, your music is not just your business. It's more importantly your art coming from yourself.
Yeah.
So just have a connection with it. Like, know what you're saying, know why you're saying it, the meaning, and just, I don't know, really just, like, believe in it. And most important thing I can say is people that don't want to get that exposure and express what's meant to be said by themselves, it's probably just because, like, you need to have the, what's the right words I'm looking for?
The confidence, perhaps?
Yeah, something along that line. You got to have that self-confidence.
Yeah.
Like, validation. You don't need the validation of others. You need that within yourself, and then all of a sudden, those little limits or those little thoughts, those little whispers or looks, whether they're there for good reasons or not, you just all of a sudden just snap into main character. It's weird.
That is a very valid point about the validation.
Years to do that. I have so many bad performances. Like, so many. I look back, I'm like, the music was good, but
right,
I could have did better.
And that validation part will keep people from releasing music because they're afraid people aren't going to like it, or they're in their head or whatever. It's like, just put it out there. Some will love it, some won't, and that's cool.
Exactly.
You can't please everybody.
You can't.
What era of music would you say has had the biggest impact on you? Like 90s, 2000s? What era?
I like that question, actually. So when I graduated high school and I went pretty much right to the mic and started making mixtapes, I discovered a lot of old school hip hop. So that's like golden era. I graduated in like 2011, so not too long ago. And so at that time, though, there was that, you still had the OGs. They was like pushing like, yo, we still got the underground. We still got the sound. They was still bringing it. Yeah. That's the shit I still listen to.
Do you think that style of music is making a comeback?
I think it is, yeah, with younger generations who maybe spent time, this was just scrolling, or maybe like, you know, like people, like, you know, I'm over 30 and stuff like that, so, you know, those of us, we spend our time on computers and things like that. Like, you know, we discovered this type of music, and then we take this shot, and all of a sudden, like we're doing the same things like our heroes did. Absolutely.
And I'm here for it. I love that. And I've seen a lot of artists who were very popular in the 90s and early 2000s that maybe stepped away for a little while are making their way back, and I'm loving that.
And
I'm loving that for them.
The music's better.
It is.
Like it's even better than it already was.
Yeah, I mean, and there's great music out today, but I feel like that 90s, early 2000s, boy, there's nothing like it. What a beautiful time to be alive.
It was.
Definitely. With everything that you have done over these 15 years, what are you the most proud of, achievement-wise, of your music career?
Let's see. In the last 15 years, the most proud, I felt like I couldn't be any prouder, and this comes from the heart. When my Uncle John passed away in 21, it was actually, ironically, on his birthday. We was doing a benefit concert for my OG, because the studio went up and all that stuff like that, and we had it took some time off from recording, and I got to bring my whole crew. They put me on as like an opener in Athens, Georgia.
Yeah.
And it was nice because I got to bring the whole crew up there, and we did a whole show in like 30 minutes. There was like 4 or 5 people up there with me. Like they was expecting like little introverted, nice, kind me. No, I just went up there and I just like exploded.
You showed out.
Me and all my people did.
That's like an alter ego. I feel like you got to do that. You got to be a different person on stage than you are off stage.
You do. It's almost like you got to represent everything that you believe. And people do this in so many ways, not just like in performances and stuff like that. They do that through their art, their creative stuff.
Absolutely. What would you say, Ricky, is the biggest sacrifice that you've had to make in order to keep pursuing music?
Okay. That's a really deep one for me. Honestly speaking, I have lost the hardest, and this is the hardest part for me because I'm a very caring person. I don't like to be cold. But, you got to make, Rome wasn't built in a day, so you got to do some work, some groundwork. But for me, the hardest part was losing groups of friends, like potential like lovers and stuff like that, whether it was good or not. And I just, the older you get, you look and it's like it's been 15 years. Like, but see, that sound, I got that sound. But like, you look around and you see other people, they're living, I guess, what you would consider normal human lives. And you kind of just feel like, am I just here to entertain the peace of mind? So yeah, friends and kind of love. That's been kind of the hardest sacrifice.
Understood. I feel the same way. When I moved here to Atlanta, a lot of my friends back home are like, why are you leaving? And, what are you going to be doing? I'm like, just sit back and watch. I'm going to show you.
That's exactly where I'm at right now. Like, I would leave so many rooms. I'm like, this ain't it. Like, I can't explain it. Like, you just go silent when you want to speak, and you just know it's something there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. What do you feel like right now is something that you could work on a little bit more as an artist? Because we're always a work in progress.
For me, I'm not going to lie. Like, it's my performance.
Yeah.
I want to be confident, like real confident, because I do get self-confident, or what's the word I'm looking for?
Self-conscious?
Yeah, self-conscious. I get self-conscious on the stage.
Yeah.
Because I've never really been like a real cool guy to me. So I'm kind of figuring out like that belief in myself. But when I get on stage and I just do things, like I don't know. It's just
You be in your own world?
Yeah. So then I'll kind of catch like, wait a minute. I'm doing that. And I'm still trying to get over that. I've been doing this 15 years. I'll do it for the next 20, and it's just going to look a little better every time.
Absolutely. But
a little bit better.
Just know you're not alone, because I'm pretty sure a lot of artists feel the same way that you do. They get up there, and after the fact, they're like, what did I just do?
Like, you know what you're doing.
Or they'll watch a video of their performance, and I can't believe I did that on stage or whatever. So trust me, you're not alone. We all go through that. Yeah. We all do. Like, I will sometimes look at some of my earlier interviews from years ago and I kind of cringe. I'm like, I can't believe that was my interview style back then. Or I can't believe I used to say that or whatever. But in the moment, it seemed like it was the coolest thing to do.
Yeah.
So, you know, definitely. Being that you've been doing this for 15 years.
Yeah.
Right now, if you had to define success for yourself, what does it look like right now at this point in your career? Like, what does success look like to you?
Success right now to me looks and feels like taking everything I've been representing and encouraging others however they represent. Yeah. I have helped more people than I've helped myself. And just going out there as far as possible. It doesn't matter if it's here in Atlanta or it's all the way out in North Dakota, wherever, you know. And just saying like, hey, my name is Ricky B, a.k.a. whatever I say. And I'm here to represent. I'm glad to be here. It's nice to be in this moment. And taking that and using that traction to, you know, get more traction to do some things I would really love to do, like write and sell books, things like that, and just have fun doing what I love, because this comes from the heart. I don't want to ruin it with taking it too serious or going out of the lines a little bit.
Yeah. No, that was a great answer. I agree with you on that. Like, being able to do what you love, to me, is success. Yeah. It's not about who has the most amount of money, because we both know that money could come and go quick. Y'all,
exactly.
People are going bankrupt and the economy sucks right now, you know? So I feel like having that freedom to do what you want to do is definitely success. So auditioning for Who Wants to Make It, that took a lot of confidence.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
that was nerve-wracking.
So what did that experience teach you about yourself?
So it taught me that I had to get over that fear of taking that chance. Because you see, like, you see things get promoted online all the time. Sometimes they're just not real.
Yeah.
You know, they're a hustle.
There's a lot of scam and okie dokes out there.
Yeah, definitely. Like, trust me, I done got played by some pretty good ones. But so I looked at it, and I'm like, okay, Greg Street. First of all, that got my attention. I'm like,
he's one of the greatest. Shout out to Greg Street. We love you.
Yeah, it's hard to know. It's hard to believe there's people that don't know Greg Street from V103. It blows my mind, especially here in Georgia.
But that just lets you know that there are people out here who, not to interrupt you, but I made a post about it. We have to grind like nobody knows us, because there's people who still don't know us. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Indeed. But like seeing like Greg's, like seeing he was involved in stuff. And I remember like when I was a kid, like there was no hip hop in my upbringing. I didn't get that till I lived with, until I lived with one of my aunts and uncles.
Okay.
So it was kind of one of those things, like I always knew that it was there, but then I saw like, okay, all right. And then there was a VIP thing, and I paid the extra, and it was like, okay, you pay $100, submit your songs to Greg Street and all that, and you get feedback. And I'm like, cool, all right. And then turns out that worked out, but it was just getting past that, like, because I think I paid the VIP like last minute. But I'm really glad I did that, because I wouldn't have got that experience. And just moving forward, especially with finishing the EP. So
how do you feel that you did with the performance at that event?
Well, it wasn't what I expected for the audition. There was a lot of us, and I guess it seemed like they just wanted to find out who we were, like we were the people we really said we were. Yeah. Because that makes sense. Yeah. Like some people might just be throwing in a ruse or whatever.
Yeah, there's a lot of facade out there.
So yeah, paying that VIP and whatnot was cool, because it did give me that opportunity to actually get my content out there no matter what happened. But as far as like, it went really quick. There was like a handful of us in there, and then we had our A&Rs, and we pretty much had to just be here just like this. And it was so nerve-wracking.
Did they critique you? Is that what they were doing?
Not on the spot. They honestly, they just kind of looked, understood, and just like
we're getting a feel for
processed and got a feel.
Got you.
It was very nerve-wracking.
I would imagine so.
As soon as we walked in, it was out. It was like...
Because it's something you've never done before, that type of experience. So you didn't know what to expect.
No.
It's different. Like if you have an event that you go to every Wednesday, you know what's what the experience is like, who's gonna be there. But this is something you've never done before. You're like, you didn't know. You're going in blindly.
None of us knew. We all kind of went in blind, except for some of the OGs that was around. They took some opportunities.
Well, definitely shout out to Greg Street, man.
Yeah, Greg Street,
one of the best ever to do it. We love you, Greg Street. He deserves all his flowers because even Tony B was saying that Greg Street's one of the main people to be playing his music and stuff.
And being in Outkast studio was an honor too. Like Stankonia.
Yeah. Did you go for New Music Monday, or the event was there?
It was just the event.
The event was there. Got you. Yeah, because they have the event space in there. Okay. So you mentioned you've written a couple books.
Yeah.
What's keeping you from publishing them at this point?
Lack of knowledge on self-publishing.
Okay, makes sense.
I feel ignorant in that. Like I've been doing, rocking with the music forever.
Yeah.
And that just gets more interesting the more I learn. But like in the book game, like I don't know. It's just entirely foreign. So I'm just doing some research into it.
I feel like that's what you got to do because one of my homegirls, she did that. She self-published, but it took a whole lot of research, and she ended up becoming like a #1 bestseller on Amazon during the time when she published it. So the resources are out there.
Yeah.
YouTube, hell, ChatGPT. There's a lot of resources out there that you can ask those questions, and you're going to get them answered. So, do you mind sharing what the books are about?
Yeah. So I only have one manuscript written. It's I want to say it's called Sessions of the Soul, a Trey Experience. And that's pretty much kind of just the beginning of my experience of like going to Athens, starting my career, and all that stuff. And it had a lot of like, okay, this is what I see, this was what's going on, but it was also, it explored, okay, this was what was going on with me at that time, and maybe it was relatable. And honestly, like, I didn't realize, like, over the last, like, 4 years how many people heard my spoken word. So it's like, okay, these people kind of know me, and I didn't realize that.
Have you gone and done spoken word performances?
I have, yeah.
That's hard.
I like, the most recent one I done was maybe a few years ago at you may have heard it, but it used to be in one location, but it's the Circle.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Circle. That was cool. I got to go there one time, and there was something in Decatur that was really nice.
I went to one years ago when I first moved here. I don't know if it was Apache that it was at.
Apache, I love Apache.
Yeah, I think it was at Apache, and I went one night to a spoken word event, and it was such a dope vibe because it was just different. Like, of course,
that's where I came up, Apache. That's where they gave me my go. Like, my Lyft driver was like, I don't know what it is, I can't explain it, but somebody, you go to Atlanta, and he kept tripping over it, and I was just like, oh, I know what you're talking about. You get that. I think there might be a little bit more possible, like that hustle push.
Exactly. There's something about this city. I think because historically, so many people have made it out of the city successfully. Like, look at all the legends who have come from Atlanta.
Yeah.
A ton of them. Atlanta's still producing legends in the making right now. So I feel like it's just that vibe of knowing that you are in a city where Outkast, Goody Mob, Future, the list goes on. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Have really made it out of this city, worldwide known.
Yeah. So
it's like, why wouldn't you want to come here?
Exactly.
Why wouldn't you want to come here? So over this 15-year journey, what is maybe one of the biggest lessons that you've learned that you don't mind sharing that may help another artist?
I would say, if you don't do, and this does sound kind of generic and corny, but it's real. if you don't do it because you love it, then you're not going to get the real value out of it. And even if that changes or it evolves, which it should, believe in it anyways. Whatever that is, entrepreneur, artist, etc., personal growth, just represent that.
Yeah. I love that answer. You're right. Because if you don't put your everything into it and you don't believe it yourself, it's not going to happen.
Exactly.
It starts with us first. I got to love myself first. I got to believe in myself first before other people can love me and believe in me. And it's no different with your music. You got to love and believe in it if you expect others to. No self-doubt. And it's hard. It can be a struggle.
That's why I keep telling people.
It can be a struggle. Yeah, we all go through that. But we got to find a way to get past that, because let's be honest, whatever you do today, if you do something silly today and people are talking about it, by next week, they're going to forget about it and they're talking about something else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It moves, the cycles move so quick. So it's like, just go for it. Even if it doesn't work out the way you wanted to, that's cool. You pick up and you keep moving.
Exactly.
You know, most definitely. What is it, or who is it that really gets you up every day out of bed and get to what you got to do? You took a lift all the way from Athens here. That's a little grip. You know what I'm saying? Like, who or what is it that motivates you to do stuff like that?
Without saying too much, I made my dog a promise, and I want to make good on that.
Yeah.
And she gets me pretty much up out of the bed every day to keep working on myself to get these short upcoming goals.
You said your daughter?
My dog.
Your dog. Yeah. I thought you said dog, but I was like, hold on.
My dog.
Well, your dog is like your child, right?
Yeah.
Listen.
I'm a dog dad. I'm a proud dog dad.
Having animals, because they're more loyal than human beings.
They are. That's why I work with them.
Listen, there's nothing wrong with that. So you made your dog a promise. What type of dog do you have?
Border Collie, Australian Shepherd, and Boxer.
Oh, I bet she's beautiful.
Yeah.
Is she really well behaved?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real smart.
How old is she?
She's 9.
Oh, wow. Okay.
She old.
She's an OG.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the saddest, unfortunate part, is animals don't have the lifespan we do. And I'll be honest, like, I'm a cat. I don't have any more. I had 2 cats, and I
like cats. I like cool cats.
Mine were so sweet. They were like little gentlemen. They were the tuxedo cats. They were so friendly, loving. They never hissed. They never scratched. They were just good boys. And one lived to 18, one lived to 19. I had them since kittens.
Nice.
I took it harder when they passed away than I did when some humans passed away. Like, because they were my companions. They were like my soul cats.
I've raised a few dogs, so yeah, I get that.
It's difficult.
Yeah.
It is difficult. Most definitely. So you made a promise to your dog. That's cute. What's her name?
Harley Quinn.
Oh, that's cute. Most definitely. What is the legacy that you're working on leaving through your music? What do you want to be remembered for?
I mean, I don't really... It's kind of hard for me to define legacy, because I feel like people view me in different kind of ways. And on my level of awareness just sometimes isn't always there socially.
Yeah.
So, like, I would just say, like, if I had to leave something behind in a legacy that I could speak on, I would say, like, well, my Uncle John's words, which he gave to me many, many times from when I was a boy to a man.
Yeah.
He would say, don't be so hard on yourself and take it slow, one day at a time.
It's a great piece of advice.
Yeah, it used to piss me off so bad.
But now you understand.
Now I get it.
And you said he passed, right?
He did.
My condolences to you.
A few years ago.
But you're taking his wisdom that he instilled in you, and now you're a grown man. You understand where he was coming from, because we have to give ourselves grace.
We do.
We cannot be hard on ourselves. Sometimes we come down on ourselves like, dang. But we have to give ourselves grace too, because we're human beings. We all make mistakes. We learn from them, though.
Yeah.
You know, do you have any shows coming up? Any performances coming up that we need to know about?
Oh yeah, I have just one. It's on February 1st on the release date of The Art of Becoming. It was kind of like a shot in the dark, but let me make sure I'm quoting this accurately. So it's the show Diamonds of Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're doing season 2 auditions, and I've signed up. I'm booked in for like a 10-minute set. I get on the cypher. Not to mention all my peeps get in free. So
that's dope.
So yeah, it's and it's supposed to be hosted by Benzino.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. Shout out to Benzino.
Yeah. So I'm kind of new to all this, but I'm looking forward to that. So that's coming up. I think it's at like 8 o'clock.
Okay, so there's still time for people to get on board and show up and pull up and support you.
Yeah, over there in Latonia.
Latonia. So that's February 1st. When is the next record dropping? Do you have an anticipated date on it? I know you got the project on the way, but do you have like any other singles that you're putting out as singles, or is the next thing you drop is going to be the entire project?
It's gonna be a live version of like an official video of the intro.
Okay.
For the EP.
So that's going to drop before the EP.
Yeah.
Okay, so next few days.
Yeah, it'll drop in the next few days. I'm almost done wrapping that footage up.
Okay, that's hard.
I'll put that out, and pretty much on the 1st is when that's going to happen.
Got you. So we got a lot to look forward to.
Yeah,
any other big goals that you're working on for 2026 that you're going to make sure you get done this year?
I've been wanting to venture into LLC knowledge.
Start your own business.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like for multiple reasons. So just trying to work towards that.
So my biggest piece of advice on that, if you have never registered an LLC, don't pay any of these companies who say they'll do it for you. You can do it yourself very easily through the state website. It's like, how much is it? $100?
I think so, yeah. It's real cheap in Georgia.
It's $100, and then each year, because I've had my LLC for like 15 years now, it costs like $50 to renew it. If you're late, it's $75, but if they cancel it, it's $200. So I've never let mine lapse.
That's all low price.
Yeah, exactly. So that is dope. So you're going to establish an LLC for yourself. Make sure you get that EIN number so you can get some business credit.
Yeah.
Other people's money. Got to spend other people's money. That is dope. Anything else that you're working on that coming up that we need to know about before we check out the record?
I would say for now that's it, and the rest is I like to keep actively posting.
Got you.
Yeah, just keep hitting the post on
So
Instagram.
tell them where to follow you so they can see all your posts.
All right, so the best way to go is True Real ENT Official. That's going to be Richard Hall. And True Real ENT Official. You can also find me on YouTube. That's TRE or True Real ENT Official. Same thing on there. And that's it.
Okay, most definitely. Who do you want to give thanks to that's been really supporting you through your journey?
Well, there's a lot of people on that one, but who comes to mind right now? Throughout the last few months, I would say, and even though it's just been little and in between and whatnot with life happenings, the support of my family.
Yeah,
I would say the support of my little family. My aunt, uncle, and my little cousin, and the dogs too.
I'll say don't forget about your babies, the dogs.
The dogs is the aunt, uncle, the cousin.
Most definitely. Well, thank you for being here today. I appreciate you
having me.
Of course.
I've been looking forward to this.
Listen, I could tell, and I love that. That makes me happy because
I done booked something already. All right, I'm busy.
Nah, for real, booked and busy. So
during the cold months.
Nah, for real. Right. And we might be stuck in the house after today for a couple of days. Who knows? So we got the record loaded up and ready to go. Introduce it for us.
Yo, so what y'all about to hear is the plot twist, and it's just something to think about. Just know anything can go right anytime. Peace.
Let's get it. Y'all stay tuned.
You're locked in with Atlanta's hottest hip-hop station. The Hype 87.3.
Holla!
You know, anything can go right. Believe that. Have you ever felt redundant, working on you but no one funds it, still expecting you to run shit? Better jump ship, jump with the rhythm if you feeling the vibe. Gotta move with the soul cause we feeling alive. What's the vibe? If you checking on the record, it's a rap. Feel the purple rain contain truth with no cap. Boom bap with a little inspirational twist, like you never had a moment of